Meaning Joe Acholi. Welcome back to Chaka Leb Acholi, month segment me, Ceng Abicel Okeny, session number 13. Topic matini ngoni. Look, me gonna basically urge Okuma, Medo Lonyo, lo tedero, nyo gonna kon lo pu, will give Medo Lonyo, me gang, like development gang. In other words, maybe investing in agricultural production and agribusiness and other things molote there homedi lonya to aga me development. Okay. Joining me, of course, Mungione Okeny. Okeny, what do you think about the topic? You can introduce yourself and touch on what you know about this topic a little bit, and how do you think Okuma can help jo lote there jumati gang ge mere ge pu will development gang.
Kan tege mi jolan Chaka Leb Acholi. Unge ke nyinga Okeny faeli. Topic in atam again tia be pien. Here one Danami Acholi, you Luo, you people from Africa. One Bonyual, one Gioro Wadi Lemon on a silver spoon. One Bonyual, one Guinea. So one wing, Wachago, and look me, Timo Lege, you poor take. Nungo kid chum ma mere no e pick the family pe you gimo ando ka mere chare Ghana we mere wa poor yo gimo government timo irwa wa yang chala ngio kreni pe in ki bi pu e ka me chwe inyo ke bine your family pe gi suffer so atamone lo tedero Little gino coin government then uh developing more wider wing kamo can we logo. I'll give you example me down wagiti chal Middle East. Middle East in ano be Arab la wide gilon. Government or launch. Like
Mm.
in the dead there new data material Arabs pole bogi launch like in the agtia ben government to be miyogi out la mir gi chena wala chum la mir gi motar la mir
Mm.
gi uh, subsidies your incentive mo mitimo gi mo kay nyuma amwana winyo kamogo chalka ini mero nyumo dago somewhere Middle East la miri ton chene mo deep yani
Mm.
ino nyumo dago yala ka wu nyome ube nywal u pia konyo pien kamedo will but dano chiro malo yala ka dano nyume ka gina konyo gain twingi yum gimeda nyim kere abedo abe imi logo you know abe society to so atamone one joa agi Africa ni wati South Sudan ni joa agi village one coin mo munu chal pe so one kono ne woro one dongo ki coin one knock you medo uh chal wajani inka joa gi ndongo ko abe ndongo yang ndongo gi chunu uh wajani wa gele wa chulu badana wa wajani chumu you know, you were standing on the shoulders of others before you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you're gonna America you be no lanyo. Then no yang chung
Mm.
you know shoulder for down more been before you. So one
Mm.
me no lanyo you me better nyim development ka inbo o yiri yo ge mo munu eto era America gi tingo ting per me chero kere kono chuk chal me chero we city new Juba nyo me chero kono Kampala me chero Nairobi nyo me chero ga kono South Africa kono me chero ga Egypt twere ko ka government bogi ni ki kony mo chal okay transportation okay cargo mi dege tie nyo pi lo tere gina ye mo dongo no ship munu gya no government o yibo ni okay on wati pull duong wati bell wati a nyogi ki ngo gini mira wa pi chari South Africa ila te there yeah it will pu take itu ya nungo Ghana weng lakin ka bo coin kore ka nungo ki transform te Ghana I chup deep nyo peri chup twa en me kira kono a jaro kono ga mo go gana ra bere hingom ki jaro ga no
Yeah.
it was not agribusiness new business tie muni tero team on a large scale commercial business munu give team or ton you don't get ton chen what did jobe Uganda ingewa be nyere mi Indian de nye kono ye will nye ye tea business me farming tea business me tourism tea business me bank tea business keep more again gaber la charo everywhere in Uganda yala ko charo wing in East Africa even South Sudan angewa wela gapa nyere uh, so one ka one mera one non keep development more one mera government to take one minute penny point many la mia chiene munuko lo chaka gi mo lungo ni farming scheme munu lo chaka mer ko ru kori yala kolo ru ngom kamo wala mi ru un tractor lo kelo yala in kono acres a pa muni pe ya nyogi a beach area gana Bwana kono eka angwen tim gini mane munu ga cha ga munu yala ka tak yala peri wela ko munu bi yala waje ni okay in tin kan in tractor itero for 10 hours pero auto next week you did auto to gama to itimo munu konyo ko ngan tiro la pu peri ngero pu gi chingi commercial business to kari ni kari dara mia kiel kari ni gipuni ni gibi de munu gi olo timo na kim gang munu gi yang lo timo nyobo kongo yara ka lungo dano ubi na ka pu gatala rio ngo lo ni ru lo mi yang ngo chabun gi kado mo wajo pe ken ka kamera mi develop gamete mero go down like what timo culture business yala gimangi wa be yang no more timo I think we talked about it before uh corporate cooperative I don't or co-ops I don't know so basically one go lotte there one me a chiel me a rione one go get time to a chiel uh dawe mo tira ko check go ko bibo wa be kere chwal ko kero igena warehouse yala ka gano watu tere ja ka chare juba watu chare kampala wate munu ga yang me angio ko tie lakin munu pay on a big commercial level give out one agribusiness you kimite ma farming commercial farming little government the very coin lotte there bien lotte there pole gagi timone weng munu mi ke kiro gini ken so atam one in Africa kuya one coin one nungu would government pay kaka mo go achira ri ya de ginungu munu yo gin ko na ri ya de ken munu pay akonyo dano era kanu jumi government we winyo ada gitimo me konyo ka dagi mero konyo citizen tugi no ngi government no donyo ka konyo da peri lo wikene ken ko dawa dunga gitwete mana so ne the there mero konyo ko
Yeah, okay, it's a good topic. I better cut time on it, you know. When I was in school, grad school, I better cut take a class more on social development, world social development more. Like Professor ne mommy UN, I better cut penya an. Ni mandong ma country too tier independent more. How will you guys survive or gonna increase or improve development and infrastructure? Maybe watch out, know, building from scratch. Opinion, what do I think can get developed South Sudan? I want to know. and no, investing in agriculture. Like in wood agriculture, small scale farmers, kitty. How will you guys mass produce in South Sudan? Maupigi capacity ne? Yes, as given international community, well, NGOs, gi funding, more mio, mi konya ko. What again capacity mi gang? Mautie kere, which the government can help you internally, mi konya kumu kenu, so you can get to that, to the marketplace, not only within South Sudan, but also in regional countries. A bit of katama, we are wanting young. Kidma, what bit of a group 20. Yo, king, connectivity, be. Yo, rat, kinima, rat. Kidmi chaha, benemi, worry, market, ma, deed tag. Remember, be at we get your low bone. Ni yo, mi chere lo bone, yala agi lo bone, raj, do no. Made it to a mass farm in Kenya, meet the goods the Uganda market. Yo, pe. So one thing they need to invest in infrastructure, yo. And then the community too, I'm going to community initiative. Yen, Koro Okuma Tech, Okuma pe a team kiruga eri. Karigi chari mass production. Kayo pe temeko. Mi charge mass production kong track na lokelo ning bibi na uyete wajigumuno. Track na kong lokelo kenini. How will they get it in the first place? Tuare ko lo bola gidire gibi yamo. South Sudan is a landlocked country. What big port? At least Bimono, what do you want get Sudan? Port of Sudan. Karagijun get a deprived one port of Sudan were used. Mano Mawati independent. What is a landlocked country? We need the neighboring countries, Mikonyakowa, me get to a port. Yala, that means the only other way is to now trade with the regional countries. But do they really want to trade with South Sudan? Nobody wants to trade with South Sudan. Get time to put it what tidi, or put it what Guinea. Chal achonya gini, property achaka. Excuse my street is very loud. What do we are producing give on a mass scale? And no, like you said, okay, kawa produce and what charakin why the community to an you take Juba will go on kamadonga like that. That's it. Like in meeting or tron lori gini mi produce. Miterone market kone Kenya, will Uganda, will Ethiopia, will Sudan, will Kenya. Is it possible? Like you said, Okuma made provide it was infrastructure and pathway it. Mind you, like and get a good thing is Matthew gig Okumani. We're part of a lot of regional initiatives, right? We actually signed a lot of the treaties, regional treaties, and trade agreements to trade with these regional countries, but you can't go out to develop. Lakin, Manero can put it at even mostly one way. Can Ghana when what y'all countries more than what killing the South Sudan, can what you're producing. Carry onion will let tomato. Inki dong kone yard per can you it were a tero kereko. But instead, Lutia kilo tomato gi onion gi Uganda, okay? Or Luchari it were for kono million. Anyway, onion get tomato ginita bini Uganda, kono can welcome a take in any trade. Kono one min what were dong kirugane, ko? So Okuma has a lot to do, and then all of us too. Made a mindset of beriti. Made a wakwa. Looking money or neighboring countries get produce to get one way, get idwa. Or kill goods to get idwa. Like what cham? Kami growing chum agriculture and one what we're down neck canwa. 1 minute what you get capacity with him neck canwa. It's just a mindset. Okuma made a bit yellow 1 minute independently what we're team neck. Go to the community initiative will community do ngamo ma team development perike will investment come. It grow Ghana, chichari market it below the rate in my neighboring countries take a lead one. It's one way, okay. Yala, when I was in school also I did a research paper more on AGOA, which is the African Growth Trade Initiative with the US. Cool. Guinea wing one way, okay. So give me anyone what trade could give. Yeah, only the top producing countries, maybe like South Africa, no ringo between Guinea South Africa. Cool. Like in one morning load, tia dumb ga wangi walk ikomwa. So it's all one way. So one minute what jinkumo, kuma mero jinkomge. Gi can get want to know one meter what get produce any meter what produce at a mass scale. Yeah, one meter would take it chingwa. First of all, what peggy put to a meter willa cha one meter chol. It chol meter produce very out. Be a below give it a to a more nigga. We are producing at a mass scale. What you are producing gonna a nyori kono tiang kono nga o jininga kono wane what you are tere kan minang yo cooking. You what you produce what you tere the market kono Uganda kono what you tere kan tang we are da look
Yeah.
da
One give a chara will come off.
you know when get your dump iwi why they South Sudan like in what they got to a walk cooking the treatment lo tini matino lo bolo guy you know what jam wakwera beneko will wana keep mira tega per ini tega para any 10 folds in order for me to tero nyanya per mi tero onion per one minute what take it the same good. Okay, so why are you selling me something I already have? So we have a long way to go, Mera. Look, when it comes to look at Mamiro Kuma or Jinkomgi or Kuma or Jinkome or Ketiengi Ping, car trade agreement, T what small country. Agreement emire include ngane or made wa gina yo yellow me equipment me mass production call me a guy wang okay one what they're producing on a mass scale. Why South Sudan would develop so fast lakin bin wa yope la tuer bin kilogane ko into South Sudan kuno tractor ginganga la tuer ko yope. It's not possible, so you're forced to do it on a small scale. It will meet the community wang error over the years. It's possible once we're able to produce your improved agricultural sector too. What we're competing in the market, get down on money. What we've been trading outside of South Sudan, gay countries money, outside of Africa, not only regionally but outside of Africa as well. PN, remember when Gaddafi or being this huge plan of learning on the green book bad money, mid development in Africa. It don't know one wing that would allow everybody to trade. Can you imagine give me to the desert? Okay, not you on Chaka desert farming or where I don't grass, trees, plants, growing. It really be to the desert. He was able to change that around. That's why he did the election in rek more. And then you're right, he was the one cholo down. You get made cholo wound, the maid would chen who get made la willa who are the maid who are nga. Setting down up for prosperity. So Lotia keeping one material in a good moon mindset and what where gimoko, so it's easy me control instead of kono one new capacity to akimawa take it. If a desert country mati deserted moon pegi in a pere desert or twan or the pay. Actually want to change the whole thing around. We can do it. A country like Guinea, Vietnam, in well, not close to Vietnam, I guess. Okay, in Vietnam before pay the poor, benagiberi moon. Ko? Okuma wajining Chaka investing in coffee farming. Okay, the entire country. Okay, the entire country investing in coffee farming. Okay, Vietnam today is number 2, the top producer of coffee globally. All they produce is friggin' coffee, okay? Pole. Everybody's into coffee farming, right? Their niche is what is it called now? Instant coffee. In when kipegi chene lo chulo kuma chulo utio on the land, managing land, who better who farm so that way they're producing enough to export. Vietnam is number 2 in producing coffee globally. I don't know if it's Colombia, number 1, or Brazil, but Vietnam is number 2. Just after more and developing and they decide, okay, we need one mass good. Coffee. Before they get rice like everybody else, most Asian or Oriental country, right? Get done your coffee farming, boom, boom. Economy improved. One major commodity, okay. So why can we do it? We can do it. Just like you said earlier, China, maybe 20, 30 years ago, maybe even 20 years ago, okay, They were still receiving aid, foreign aid. You know that? Even though they're developed, one and again developed country, they're still receiving foreign aid from other countries. Donation, while they're still developing themselves. This is how they were able to leverage this. And now, Okuma Tui Nima Bay, challenge to what for investment, which you invest with your foreign direct investment, we're going on, which you another country develop. Kid mindset, yeah, you're right. 20, 30 years ago, China been a struggle. It was a developing country like us in the same, global category. Hmm? And boom, 20, 30 years or two. Look at where they are today globally. So it's a matter of mindset and having that will. I think I got come to taking will, the will to lead and will to grow. Okay, we can't be stopped. Even if we're landlocked, I think there's ways around that. Making a yabo you but to mass production. Again, it requires a lot of internal growth and having that will to do that. Because if China team in 20, 30 years, while they're still receiving aid, okay, they developed themselves. Even Russia was receiving aid. It both countries, more European countries, West. They're taking aid, okay. We're taking aid, but we're not doing anything in addition. Money, me use aid to develop them. Why countries won't get them? Russia get them, or China get them. They get the aid, get to where they're develop them, but they still open up to receive aid. International community, aid, including Vietnam, get developed them, get Okuma team. So what I think is possible. It was Okuma to develop them. God, give me the growth aid, and they have to have the mindset. Those Asian countries had it, and also Gaddafi had it. It's possible. What do you think? What do you think Okuma can do now, especially since putting what the transitional phase, like in what he is suffering?
Yeah.
What do you think we can do?
No, Guinea is not easy. Make them
Mm,
make that is not easy.
mm,
Africa and agenda pa darami Africa when gitia part gin gipea tamane in mi donye government ne teach
mm,
per no me konyo citizen penny in the kira kalon
mm,
it me kira ti anyone it a public servant ginyo
mm,
look me public servant meaning ini tia ti bodano pay tia ti iri you pay tia nyolonyo iri yes lo chulu in mi
mm,
timoti temone yala chiene mi non go ngi lon ke mu no mi pe la ki pero e kira yenyu kono me kwala chiene you en
mm,
kimi pero ka lonyo I can yala we will yala ime mi no public office pole
mm,
no yera ina yera muni
mm,
ki vote lakin
mm,
inge mi Africa gi kwala pole lo mi vote gi kwala that's
mm,
why you will long mi lo mi konyo dana ne para ko ti mi be ni anwa miri anwa wajire lo mo pe
mm,
kari ni tija ke timone ero mero ye ina yera so one what ye put far away from Lokmane government konya one your development bino mabino
mm,
watu nene dana wen
mm,
kwiyum o kurwa meda nyim wabila modern country for example dana tia waje kumene Rwanda tia loga chal Singapore ko uh,
mm,
Singapore gi gina gi logo country to gi from some little island or kuno gi logo
mm,
man gi lon gi lo pol down wen lo yala
mm,
kenyu high income kuno gi kwano gini so
mm,
kama winyo mare Rwanda tia yenyu riego mo mi nyuru gine gen Africa Singapore gitia
mm,
teme me tek yala gitia timo development tugi lakin gi abe gi Rwanda ni
mm,
government kari gitie kara kwalo ga wala ka gambe raj wala koro ngone at
mm,
least tia temone dana tie winyo loke lulu na peni
mm,
yes tinye be ko to ngan mo be lo no en pe Paul Jomi Rwandis ye waje loke me ko ne nye ko to ngan mo be ko lakin in ka mo ken me chire to winyo ne ya Rwanda a winyo ne street to gileng a winyo ne
mm,
okay have a factory a winyo be dana mo ni lo nyo tia bino o ade gitia sponsor World Cup yogi tiega sponsor kono ka nyingi winyo ka mo lulu mo winyo peni lo nyingi nega yene ko lakini development mo tia gimotia time pe kari ditko lakini to winyo gimotia positive time ku yen government tie ka inyo riego mi konyo te dero mi konyo jogi kwano mi konyo lutini mi konyo lodongo juoti gin wen gin biro konyo country tu ko dong munu mi winyo lo ngo gi waja ne kono umbutu munu basically it means I'm you, you are me, and we are one, or something like that. So if when get here, you pay the shell, and more can la lonyo well a chan wing, eri per mero konyo gang tu we get dong gi mere kire ni. So munu development chaka munu yo konyo government chaka konyo no ta dero agin wen get here winyo munu. Then I want gina gilo wen the Africa lakin ka ngao mabe ñu ngao chinene mene yuanga juni gimo kuya peni gimo lo pin wen yu lo ko lakin gitia ya me develop kongwe tata one even South Sudanese when this mo ngio mana atio kege iwaje there's a lot dana tu ku a bu ku ki chon de gidung kuya gidung gi wore jan kwan kuya. So one day to our wengi tie kuja mera. Gine ginyo ni unity at development. Long mi gang kwan gi kira ye. Ngo gimiro bero kid ba Rwanda tie kere Kigali. Nyo kira Nairobi tie kere. Nyo kira Kampala tie kere. Nyo kira Johannesburg tie kere. Nyo kira Tanzania gina capital lengo
Dar es Salaam.
Dar es Salaam wala kono so dami South Sudan gineno kin neighboring country tia yenyo development mi tek gin mene gin maro better country giwela otugi wen kenyu iko alotin tuki wen kenyu agi tia mure nyugi gitia mure gwa chamo gwana gitie kono yara era muchomo ga wen gane wen mu pad ma lo teder wengi ye ne ok ana timo tiji mana ana timo mana ati mana bera charo kanye ana pu kanya timo mana yala gave mere ki konywan ka yinyu ka timo ga so irwa kuya kono ma da ne government mere konywan yeah one minute wa timo gimo lakin South Sudan gimo niko me timo ne me development dana wengi yepe kama ko wana okay wa mere chile gimu du yes ni okay wa chikelo lo mun jo wan ko white army wan wa ye wa chire wa bino ngagi uno wa ne ko yes mulu gi agi ngeo lakini kane development wan wa ye chel tre wan wen wa chire ka gena kapu yo dwan wa di wa chit gen ka yin riega me lanyo yo ge mo munu pe so ata mane government ko do mero konyo develop dana mi otedero ono yaga kini wajan yo odiat gan kwan gichago gana wealth creation kini waje keremi Vietnam wane dana gitimo coffee ni wan okay wan watiga nyuki watiga le yara watiga guana watiga nyanya watiga gimo enungo watu era pere ngom twani tia de munu lu fertile land munu gimo keni kere ngom don already te chingo bino so one what you know my bad that's why a young what better ka what better in it ero bang mi ngom my bad so lakin government pay atamani one ngom twani tia be watu era pere gimo ken wa kony mono wa gimira tinga pere gani gani yala ka wabi gamo tax ngi yala ka wabi yala country to a mera nyi again I'm not tamo to gini pe
Angeo mero kuma ngeo ni ngom to matie in the southern region de hone mi South Sudan tie ma be pien
Yeah,
Gin no ni diang tugi do gimba chang no pegi balo ngamalo ko yiki cha dak wa pin ka ba gi cham chum grass mighty green mighty healthy. Gi bino do ko pin bodwa ni cha ka bala ne ko do ko to. So they know bag gi ngi ni ti further gi ngi yalla gi wati gi minerals ma dung it wa kenya di Victoria gi chum ma bejo. So ka wa cultivate ga ere ne king. Wallahi we are unstoppable. That's another reason why Utang tia tamringo okuma mi Uganda gi okuma South Sudan bitio ka chia lakit di gina agenda pa okuma mi gina Uganda do pat pien gimiro ngom to amun matia fertile chun giti ye that's what giti a dero yo bi dok chin yo idwa di South Sudan kabala pin pien gingeni what try to grow gama duong kenyu yala minerals dung idwa kenya equatorial diamonds gingo gold gimiro golo ne gini giti a yelo ni giti a konyo kuma gi fighting opposition lakin imero ngam to amun matie fertile anyway ngema be ni leadership to okuma president to ne ngeo ni investment is important pina biti okege yala ngeo be ni tia kwala chene mun ma wati agreement min no chene mi development wo ko nwangi development lo kwala re pocket ngeo bena bi wajo ne ko mun ne ka darante choli wa chene mi development kono ngone ne kono China ginga agreement mun Tuara instead of me wa cash, we know we binu cha gera re kadong we may either do donation what him do agreement ko ka me do more po me it what do ching wa we binu cha gera pick and ngom kono electricity team infrastructure. That was the approach the president took in new mun ngati gi Okuma kujane minister to amo mi petroleum okay ubi kwalo kono 500 million wilinga gubun wait up okay a sign deal okay chinge and that's another thing about development in wapi ena no bank to itu era saving chane ko ya infrastructure mun put pay capacity na pay ki kere good luck mi kwanya chane ko ena in mo news mi juba kuja danati line lo miro de withdraw chane pay danati dongo dur giti akop so Paul Dano can get in chena to gi suitcase gi gina gi kero ot ite kitana nyo gi duri de bedroom achel wala ngok Paul gen gitim gi suitcase nyiro je sign deal mi re cash the suitcase kona di ngwech tegalala ko duri quit president dok de munene wun mo miro idwa agreement mi kono mio we wa mi ru mo wel kono resources mo kone what team lakin wun wo mi will be team development kenu. So that way, imiro nen result we got team ada. Pien kudana tamne enmity akwala chene nyora jumati ngermati achwa kwala chene kari jumati ngermati akwala chene munu en gima miro niko ku munu ni we dong jun cham gero pin la bong mi idwa chene tangible cash giving ni cha gero pin that's the issue mi waja kirene corruption will illicit enrichment jun gi kwala chene ngwet accountability pay because kage ring all on capacity pay michira track jon wa pay CIA wa pay FBI kin michira yin jon no jon pay jon gi kiro chene offshores well michira can live there dream life ki family members to other countries kini you know yin kwe do we have the capacity michira yin gin kiro gene se get pay so gi kwalo ngwat over the past few years so the only other way now like he said katwera da katigi capacity ba me ginane Rwanda ne lacho mi Rwanda ne lacho mi Rwanda fire dano when endo mati in full control of China mi Rwanda so ingi wa ke minister er when pe mati in control mati gilejeri when ngomati atime bookkeeping mi China when to make sure development to atime country better yellow get rid of all of the identities Dana Wang only run this there's no Tutsi Hutu or any ethnic group Dana Wang Rwanda from Rwanda run this that's your ethnicity. Your nationality is also your ethnicity. That's it. Done when want to chill and Matia balance book too. That's why this development. Coach shut down all the churches. Matia quality and get put down. Rwanda. That's why this development. I'm going to go kuma twagi tegi capacity mingwani. Tema eroni. Taking full control over China and getting rid of Ministry of Finance. We control China, which will create another power struggle, of course. Because obviously the presidency cannot control, the finances of the country. But Rondo Timo, they're doing it. So I don't know if that's going to be a recommendation for country 12. We don't know how we're going to move forward. but eventually we need to yabo yo develop ga mugoni mere capacity get tools equipment but dano investing in dano what don't get building kadung what you don't timo trade gay countries more middle what change man those trade agreements through the African Union to make sure 1 minute what you export got well we want make some type of income some type of revenue what generate from this trade pick only one way you can down until bolo got to trash to what for regional developers kini mabino get rich ya Ethiopia get controlling housing market to gin magitia gera pin pola dan tam ni China manung Ethiopian rich magitia grow ga gitia gera od gini the electrical system gini ngama gitia in charge gitia charging over like $4,000 a month in rent okay in Juba South Sudan.
You're one get tech.
Yeah, so we need to take ownership of it at some point. Hopefully, ngamo yabo wangai. Chatting of what you more team kono in the neighboring presidents or kono ganage Gaddafi gi green book berane. Well, kono in an example from Asia, kono gi both China, will gi both Vietnam. It's possible. So, any last thoughts? Okay.
No, basically, Dana Medo Lonyo we live in a wing, Western world, a wing, government of Konyo Gin, or me, ye, cha, mogome, Kirina, what example more, gina, Dana T Arab world. Arab Guinea one Guinea cha Lonyo, Tuon, Kiene more, Tuon Lonyo. No, Arab more giving you a bed, Jonah Yangi Buri digine. Di bunga ko rolungo cave kono
Cave, Guinea.
yeah itu gipe lum mo gipe kid odd mo gimo tu gipe lakin tegi gi chako charo munio chako wila mo tu gi o mi o yenyo rieko me kwenyo gini wen ka gi charo o yibo gi gorofa o yibo gi ngo o yibo ga wen government mio chene wodano yu jene unyome nyo unu beri ode mane okay unu tim ngo emane wo hire dan wo binda ti iru so you get made a development to go longer to the point where kala te dero and we need tie gena and tie rule go king waje giru rugu gire tu gire rugu bawo tu gi wagi rugu tamu ngan mo ke te rugu jala bia tu otuwe gini we nyuru ko ni ko menya okay yala pu chemi ngano nga kele ru gina nyanya kono bo wala kono gi chamo cabbage wala kono mi moon wala yimero mango nga ati otigi iporoni ka wen nyuru ko woni wen ko muleng wen ronya o muwen ngan mo ati otigi ka so jone wa yang government of Konyo kogi yang gimoy kena gimira lo mi gibe we gibe ro citizen ma twingi yom citizen ma gigina gimere nyim development tu agete mane en kira yenyo lo teach from India kira yenyo lo teach from Pakistan ona gi lo tini from Africa gi choko kana jumi Philippines jipong Dubai kuja pole yitie ga temo police Arab ko tira Arab lakin pole wen mu jo di Philippines to jure mo mi konyo la tedero wek la tedero mene como menyo nen jal kono tega mo kari gi per mo pe lakin Arab mo ken te no kombe we te chali ngeo ga wengi logo kari mene ngeo gi mo ko lakin o haya kan ma ire we go for kal lo wang out fair Iringo 100 floor malo Indian mo lo chala kuya kichere atik malo kuya akin kira tedero mangeo ge moko lakin government ko yan so much kombe a lo ga rotera so pole and government ka ngo konyo one dana watilo tedero ina chuli your South Sudan your Africa in general one man what no what be jing what lo attack one man and you got a development thing like that someone munu yo no government mera gete penny lo mi chene ken ko chene ko enanga mi gene yibo infrastructure where in kia ko pero be la yot ken la temo ge moy ken so that would make it any
Yeah. Apo, okay, thank you so much. That's a great topic. Acholi community, what do you think? Leave your comments under this video. What do you think about Kima Okuma Konyo Lopur, improving Gero Gang, new agricultural farming will improve. Pero produce store will a good store, a global market will a regional market. What developed our country money. What about comments too? What do you think? What can we do to improve situation to our gang, infrastructure to our gang, development gang? Yellow also being together as one community, one a chill instead of anyone getting pat yellow abusing each other. What do you think? Drop your comments, okay? Thank you so much, okay? Again, until next time, guys, please make sure to follow us on Facebook. We are on Facebook as Chaka. We are on YouTube as Chaka. Until next time, thank you so much. Make sure to like, comment, share, apport. Okay, thank you so much. Until next time.
okay gang bye
Okay, bye bye.